put it in the bag, eh? Which is not as smelly. Oh.
You mean the internet? Notify me. Oh, it works. It works.
Okay.
You see, you punch in your address.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you for sticking with us here. Just picked up a pizza order. Looking good so far. Might have spoke too soon, a bit choppy in and out. Yeah. I think it has to do with, I'm not sure if it's the internet or the software, the DJI app. Looks like so far it's a little bit better, but you guys let me know. CR2EE1, thank you for joining us. And I appreciate giving us the feedback here. I try and show you as much of the screen as I can. Just don't want to show the customer's address when doing a home delivery. Apartments are okay because you can't really figure out where they exactly live. But houses, just want to be on the safe side, don't want to air out anybody's address here. Looks like it's clear. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So we are using Tesla FSD, which is a level 2 driver's assistance system, which is hands-free. You don't have to touch the steering wheel unless there's a situation that requires you to take over or the car can't perform the maneuver. And mostly, for the most part, 99% of the time, it's pretty good. Where FSD struggles is kind of the last mile, like getting exactly to, finding the right entrances for apartments and gated communities. The keypads are still a problem, because of course the car has no way of punching it in, and it doesn't seem to pull up to the the keypad, so I have to often intervene and reverse the car and get up snug to the keypad. I'm glad it's a lot better right now. So we got 3 viewers right now. Thank you guys for joining in. We're gonna go try for maybe, right now it's 7:09. We're in the Pacific time zone. So we'll try to go maybe for another 45 minutes or so up until 8 o'clock. Beautiful Model 3 in front. Looks like it has that upgraded red option. Forgot what the name was, or is. So for the most part, FSD does, 99% of the driving. and it's gotten a lot better. Currently on FSD version 14.3.2, which is the latest version for public release. There is a early release group that does get updates sooner, but as far as a public release, this is the latest version. So this one is going to a single family home, I believe. How much is this one paying? Okay, $10? Okay, very good. I'm going to try to keep you guys updated on the stats, like as far as how much pay, how many miles, how much the tips are. We can kind of back calculate and figure that out for Uber, and then for DoorDash, they tell you once you end the shift. All right, we got 5 people in the room. Thank you guys. And if you guys are enjoying the stream, help us out and click that like button. That really helps the YouTube algorithm. Share it with other people. Let them know that this is a entertaining stream. And since the public beta release, which was I think in 2021, when I had a legacy or the first version of the Model Y, which at that time FSD was really bad, but FSD has been really good in the last couple of versions, so I've been very confident using FSD. It's kind of only the last couple of miles where it still has not even miles, like last couple of feet getting to a house, and it's just weird situations like tight maneuvers or anything like that where it may get tripped up, but otherwise it's been very good. I think parking is kind of its last thing that it needs to conquer, but it's definitely getting better. Okay, so we'll go to another hotspot here. My wife's just dropping off that order, so we should get rolling here in a second. And let me know where everyone's tuning in from, if you guys are comfortable sharing that. Love to know if folks are overseas, if we got Tesla folks. Tesla, if you guys currently own a Tesla, or maybe FSD is not available in their region or their country. So right now we don't have an order. We're just kind of driving around looking for another one. So you'll see you don't have to touch the steering wheel or pedals. It kind of does all the driving for you. Okay, we got unprotected left. Okay, we're clear. Very good job. All right, I'm just going to read this comment here. Foot a bit with a subscription model. Hopefully it moves to a per mile model. Boise, Idaho. Awesome, yeah. Gotta make the autonomous car chips. Okay, you see FSD kind of giving that blue flash, just letting you know it wants you to pay attention. Yeah, I think, from what I read, the subscription model has to do something with Elon's pay plan, and I guess, that's the way he gets his bonus or something. But even though they ended that where you could buy it, outright, I don't think it really made sense in the long run for folks, just because there's hardly any resale value when it comes time to sell your car, number one. And number two, most of folks who use FSD like, cutting edge technology, right? And as we see how they're dealing with the hardware 3 problem, I just don't see, as far as the lifespan for hardware 4, I don't think, I think Elon said, it will be able to be, unsupervised, but I just think, for example, this car, it's leased. I don't, care to own FSD, I guess, and with EVs, leasing seems to be the way to go, as long as you stay within the mileage limits. But otherwise, it just becomes a situation where the technology becomes outdated, and then you don't get anything when it comes time to sell the car. Very little. You get peanuts, on the dollar. So let's check in any good offers. Nothing.
This one is good, but I don't want to go back to the previous area. The
Okay.
reception's not that good.
Okay. No Tesla. I was just excited to get lane centering on my RAV4. Okay, so not bad. Yeah, I mean, that's I think for the most part, highway lane centering is what most people need, and I'm not sure everybody's ready for us. This type of city ADAS type system. I think people, when I ask a lot of people, friends who are not car geeks or into this sort of thing, they're not interested in it. And I think FSD's take rate shows that, right? I mean, it's getting better, I think, as FSD gets better, and then I think the subscription, the number of people subscribing is going to go up. But right now I still think it's on the low side. People, if they to commit to or even be interested in this type of system, I think when there's that one time where the car slips up, that totally spooks people, and then they're just not interested in this type of full self-driving type deal. So we're just looking for another offer here. It's going to take a little while to get used to it, but I'm hoping the technology will get dialed in by the time I'm too old to drive. Yeah. So I think, sorry, we got somebody playing loud tunes next to us. Kind of threw me off here. Is that a motorcycle? I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yeah, very true. Hopefully get some older people's, some of their autonomy. I even asked my mom if she'd be interested in a self-driving car, but she said, no, I can drive, so. We've got a obnoxious motorcycle next to us, jamming his tunes. So for that Los Marcos pizza, how much did Uber pay?
Okay, I'm going to take this one.
Okay. So we're going to take this
Anna Marie.
Anna Marie.
Yeah.
Navigate to Anna Marie. Italian cuisine? Okay.
Oh,
What?
the previous one?
Yeah.
I couldn't check it now.
Okay, so you'll see the car is signaling, right? Once it get out of this lane, it sees an opening, it goes for it. Very good job. So prior to 14.3.2, it did not do that. That's something new to this version, or at least I didn't see it prior to that. So we're headed to pick up, looks like some Italian food, Anna Marie's Italian cuisine, just 3 minutes away, about a mile out. Yeah, I've seen these videos on Twitter of 90-year-old folks, using FSD. Now, even though FSD is really good, I still think you still have to have a capable driver, because the issue with the current systems like FSD, sometimes you can get really complacent and think that, hey, the car's doing, it's that 0.1% or that one edge case where the car screws up and the person's not ready. And I think that's the danger of these systems right now, is almost because it's so good, it can get folks into like being overly trusting of the system and not being ready when that 1% edge case comes up and they're not in the position to take over, or they're too relaxed and not being aware or of their surroundings, like they're kind of just checked out. And that's definitely not what you want to do when using these systems. What are you looking for? So again, we're headed to pick up an Uber Eats order. Looks like we're going to be turning right, and it's going to be in this shopping plaza here. If anyone has any questions about FSD, please feel free to put it in the chat. I'll be happy to answer any questions. So you'll see here, they did something not humans would do, right? It like went to the lane. Most humans would just drive down this I don't know what you call it, this lane here to turn right. Okay, looks like it's going to be right here to the right. We got some handicap stalls. So I feel like FSD doesn't really recognize the handicap stall. What it does, it just parks far away from anything in the front. Okay, looks like it's going to pull in, which it hardly ever does. Okay, all right. Okay. Yeah, very good point. Even with lane centering and radar cruise control, it's easy to get complacent. At least I haven't seen videos of people recently sleeping or doing their makeup. Yeah, so right here is the interior camera for FSD, so it's definitely monitoring to make sure that your eyes are open or you haven't checked out or taken a nap. Doing makeup, I'm not 100% sure, just because I don't do makeup, but I'm not sure. I guess if you had your hands in front of your face, right, putting mascara or whatever, it might not allow you to do that. But yeah, good point. I mean, even with other ADAS systems, right? Like ones that are torque sensing, like Hyundai HDA2, some of the Mercedes is strong. I think some of them are capacitive now, but any of those torque-based systems, yeah, it's easy to, like the Rivian R1T for the first Gen 1 system, all it needs is torque. That it had some kind of eye monitoring system, but I think they disabled it at one point. So all you have to do is just kind of lean your hand on the wheel, right, and then you could text with the other hand. So, there are ways to get around those. But I think Tesla has struck a pretty good balance in terms of being, monitoring the system, yet making sure that people pay attention. I think it's a lot less naggy than, say, 6 months ago, which is really good. Sometimes it just gets really irritating when it just nags all the time. So I think right now it's at a good balance. gonna take a sip of water here. Would you consider a cyber cab? Yeah, I'd loved one if I could. I think they look pretty cool. And kind of that's the reason why I started the channel. I was always curious, what would, I know right now in areas where there are robotaxis, they're hard to get them, but there are always going to be times where robotaxi drops somebody off, but it has to go, to let's say back to an airport area, and I think that's where food delivery might come into play, like, during cars downtime or to avoid, deadheading, empty miles. It's going to do some food delivery so that, to keep the car busy. So I think cyber cab's really cool. I know a lot of people have problems with the 2-seat configuration, but I guess, studies have shown that they're often less than, the car's not always full, right? It's maybe just a single person. But I just think it looks cool, but I think it should have been a 4-seater, like Model Y. But I guess that's, Model Y will also be the car with, if you need, say 3 or 4 seats or more cargo space. Okay, my wife just picked up the order. Be heading to drop off the order soon. And I'm just going to have to cover the screen so I don't, share the customer's address, since there's no way to like actively blur it. So as soon as she comes back, we'll get moving here. All right, let's see.
I'll send it now.
Okay. So you'll see the car backs out of the space all on its own. We got somebody entering the parking lot here. Let's see if okay, he's not turning in. Looks like the reception's a lot better, so we got smooth connection. Earlier we had a lot of buffering. Yeah, you're good. Okay. How far away is this one?
15 minutes?
15?
I think
Ooh.
so.
Okay.
It was 5 miles actually.
5 miles, okay.
Let me see.
So we're headed to drop off the Italian food. It's going to be about 13 minutes. How many miles?
$7.4 miles.
7.4 miles, okay. How much are they paying?
$15.
$15 for 7 miles. Okay, so it meets that $2 a mile that we always like to try and get when doing food delivery apps. Thank you for bearing with us with all these technical difficulties here. How about for the last order? How much did Uber pay?
I can't check right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Oh, Uber paid $8. I see it.
Okay. And the customer tipped?
I
Don't remember.
Probably
Okay.
$2.
Oh, okay.
10, I remember.
For anyone curious, we are in the Las Vegas, Nevada area on the west side of town in Summerlin. So for any locals, we're on Flamingo. So car does all the lane changes on its own. For the most part, it can go from point A to point B. Where the system struggles, I think, is parking. That's kind of the part that it struggles the most with right now.
Would you consider a cybercab?
Yeah, well, I answered that one. Have you seen Cybercab? It has these doors like the i8. So I don't know if it's very practical, you know. I saw people trying to get into the Cybercab. It looks like you might hit your head on that scissor door thing. It's like a Lamborghini door. Got 4 people in the stream. Very good. Thank you guys for joining. If you're enjoying the stream, please hit that like button. It will help let other people know we're on. So it looks like it's getting on the highway now. So look at that awesome drop with that turn. Getting on the highway now. Good job merging. I have it on the standard mode. Try and show you as much of the screen as I can here. Just covering the screen just because we're going to a customer's house. Don't want to show his address. So you'll see it makes its lane change all on its own. We're doing an Italian food drop-off. Eight people, awesome. I think that's the highest we've had so far. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna try and go live maybe tomorrow again. So if you're enjoying the content, please like the video and subscribe for more future content. I want to try to make the live stream as interactive as possible. So, when we get new offers for DoorDash or Uber Eats, I'll tell you guys about it. Maybe we can ask you guys if you want to accept or decline. Because gas prices have been so high recently, I think these food delivery apps have been struggling to find people to do deliveries. So they've been offering pretty good, like DoorDash is doing this bonus right now. If you do 45 deliveries, you get a $75 bonus. And Uber always has these quests to get people to deliver. Because the issue is always these, upside down offers. And by upside down offers, they mean, there's more miles than dollar per mile, which often doesn't make sense. So for any Las Vegas locals, we're headed on 215 North in the Summerlin area. Speed limit is 65, doing 72, so very good in standard mode. A lot of people have been complaining about speed control issues with 14.3.2, but so far I haven't noticed too many issues. To the right is the Red Rock Hotel and Casino. And you got Summerlin Town Square. Or Town Center, I think. Oh, we're down to 2 people only.
Is it too far?
No. I don't know. I'm surprised you took this. It's going pretty far north. It's okay.
Because most of them apartment or hospital.
Oh, okay.
This one pay $2 per mile.
Okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
No, sorry. It's okay. I'm just surprised. Usually you don't go this far north.
That area is
Bad, okay.
Yeah.
After this, we'll go back to the southwest.
They will take you all the way to the north. EDC.
Alright.
Yeah.
So good job, FSD got it, because this right lane is closing ahead, so it did a good job getting over early. Because in earlier versions, it would get over really late and just seem very robotic and, not human-like. But it's been doing a better job of recognizing closed lanes up ahead. This is just the direction. It's fine.
It's a gated area too.
So this is going to be a gated community, so you get to see how it how 14.3.2 interacts with gated communities. This is Red Point Square. got a roundabout. All right, takes the first exit very easy there, not too difficult. FSD does a great job with roundabouts. For anyone tuning in, we're dropping off an Italian order. It's going to a single family house. We're almost at the drop off. And I'm just covering the screen just so I don't expose the customer's address. Okay, it looks like we're arriving at the community. It is a gated community, so I'm gonna probably have to take over here. Alright, it's really far though.
Oh.
Okay. Have to get out of here. Just give it to me. Don't worry. Oh, here. Here. Ah, that's the problem.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, it opened back up. Okay. Okay, so we're just arriving at the drop-off. Let's make sure we got curbsides. Oh, actually, it lost the address.
No, it's in the front.
Yeah, but it lost it. So much for covering the screen. It's awesome, especially these latest versions. It pretty much does all the driving without any issues. I think one of the last things, like I mentioned earlier, is the parking. So you'll see FSD comes to a 0 mile per hour stop. That's the NHTSA stop that everybody talks about. Just make sure I have curbside.
Yeah.
Here? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, she's going to help us drop it off here. Yeah, I find for 99% of the situations, FSD does a really good job. Is it perfect? No, absolutely not. It still, has these edge cases here and there, or situations where the brakes, you might see some brake tapping or something that makes it, But otherwise, man, it is really, really good. Like I've used other systems like Zoox. Or I've sat of them, right? Those are not for you to drive in. Or I've tried Waymo. It's been a few months since I've used Waymo, but I find FSD to be very smooth. Like I rode in a Zoox, I think last week, and I found it actually to be kind of jerky. Like it does a lot of brake stabbing, and what it is it feels like liftoff regen, right? For people new to driving EVs, you have that liftoff regen feeling. Okay, so now that delivery is complete, I'll remove the towel. Thank you for getting that dropped off. Yeah, I'll just navigate to a hotspot. So you'll see no hands. It's doing all the driving. We don't have an active order right now. Okay, let's see how FSD does exiting the gates. So it gets nice and close to where the auto opener opens. And then as soon as it has an opening, it proceeds forward. It doesn't wait for the gate to fully open, you know, just like a human. As soon as there's enough room for the car to go through, it proceeds forward. Very good job. So the driving is very human-like, you know, not jerky. You know, even when somebody cuts cuts in front, it doesn't slam on the brakes. You know, it just slowly, you know, breaks through regen, and then as soon as it does things. As far as speed control, it's very human-like. Even a lot of these lane centering systems, you know, you feel the twitchiness of the wheel, but FSD, for the most part, you know, there are times, low speed maneuvers, you'll see the wheel twitch really fast. But as far as, you know, these type of really smooth. Like, look at this roundabout here. Entering the roundabout, very smooth. Good speed through the roundabout. And then very comfortable, you know, good exit speed, very good.
Okay, for the Marco Pizza.
So just to recap some of these orders, Marco Pizza.
Uber paid $2.93.
Uber paid $2.93.
And the tips probably is like $7.
$7 tip. Okay, it wasn't too bad.
And this one?
Okay, so turning right on red, it saw that Corolla, and then it waited. It's a pretty good job there, I'd say.
And this one will be $3.17. The tips will be $13.
Wow. Oh, okay, very generous. Thank you. So that guy tipped $13 on that pizza order. Took about 15 minutes. So that was very generous of him.
Thank you.
So for anyone curious, how much can you make from these food apps? Roughly about, you know, like on a good night, maybe a little bit, you know, 25, top $30 tops an hour. But you got to be really strategic with the orders you take. You can't take everything because they're all not going to be that good. And from what I've calculated, electricity cost, you know, for me it's about 2 to 3 cents a mile. So if you're making, you know, $20 to $30, it's roughly costing you, you know, maybe $1, $1.50 in electricity. Model 3 rear-wheel drive, which this is, very efficient. Oh, we're only down to one viewer.
Is that me?
Probably me. Right now we're just searching for another offer. Oh, we got 5 folks, all right. I'm curious, are you guys current Tesla owners, or maybe interested in maybe getting a Tesla in the future, or just curious about FSD and autonomous vehicles? We're on a highway right now, and then, you know, you don't have to touch the steering wheel. FSD does all the lane changes based on where you have the navigation set. So we're just headed back towards a hotspot, see if we can catch another order here.
I should take the Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
$1.
Okay. $1 a mile.
Yeah. But
Going
take
south.
us that.
Okay. Navigate to Chick-fil-A. Okay, I think it's this one. Okay, so we just accepted a Uber Eats Chick-fil-A. We're headed that way now. Just clean up the nav here.
But the mango.
So Chick-fil-A is about 2 minutes away, 1.1 miles. I think we'll take the next highway exit. Just be off the highway. Okay, so we're just pretty close to the Chick-fil-A, which is the next pickup. So hopefully you guys can still see. We'll probably wrap this up in the next, after this order, just because it's getting pretty dark. Look at this parking lot maneuvering really good. Let's see which spot it chooses. Okay, very good. It chooses the drive-through overflow. Okay, she'll go get this order picked up for us. In the meantime, let me know if you guys have any questions, suggestions to make this more entertaining for you guys. We're just picking up a Chick-fil-A order. My wife just went to go grab that. Is anyone a current Tesla owner or use FSD themselves? I'd be curious to know if you guys are FSD users yourself. So I don't know if you guys saw earlier, FSD went through the parking lot and everything, but it chose this stall. So I think, as of right now, and this is version 14.3.2, I don't think it can really read the sign. Some people say they can, but I don't believe so. Because it still parks in handicap stalls. Like this stall, it says drive-through overflow, and it's still parked there. And I still don't understand, how it chooses parking stalls, because oftentimes it doesn't choose it in front of the store. It chooses spots pretty far away. To avoid parking kind of in a handicap stall, I feel like it just goes and finds a stall, kind of in the middle of the parking lot. That way, there's less chance of parking in a reserved or handicap stall. And if you ask me kind of what's FSD's Achilles heel, it's probably parking. That's the thing it gets tripped up, the most. It does a good job parking, but it's just, it parks either really far away, parks in stalls that it shouldn't park in, like handicap stalls. But generally it just parks far away, and I think that's how it, determines if it's a good stall or not. So we're just waiting for the Chick-fil-A order. Looks like she's coming back with it. So I'm just going to cover the screen just so we don't show the customer's address. Okay, I'll help you with the address. Okay, just make sure we got everything inputted. Yep. We'll start self-driving. So the car's going to be able to back out. How far is this one? Okay, wow, very good job cutting across 5-6 lanes of traffic, because it's got to make a U-turn here.
4.8 miles.
4.8 miles.
9 minutes.
9 minutes. Okay. 9 minutes to the drop-off. So I don't know if the camera angle will see, it could have just turned left out there, but for some reason it wanted to cut across and make a U-turn, so. But you see this Blazer, it could have just made a left turn like these folks here, because there is a signal exiting the Chick-fil-A, which it could have just done that. Okay, so it's going to make a U-turn here, all on its own. Great job, very good. Okay, yellow light behavior. Okay, so it brakes on that one. Hard brakes. Harder than it needed to be, in my opinion. Okay. So right turn on red, it can proceed once it has an opening. There are cars from the left turning onto the highway on-ramp. should be able to go after this big yellow box truck. Okay. Okay, so it wants to get around this box truck, but okay, good job not trying to pass him, because that would have been a little awkward. A lot of people talk about tailgating in 14, you know, it has tailgating improved. I feel like it's slightly improved. It doesn't, you know, tailgate as much. Okay, good job getting over, because this lane is closed up ahead. Yeah, good job. Okay, I would have not followed this truck too closely. So good job getting over and just passing him. So we're on the highway on the way to drop off this Chick-fil-A order. So FSD is doing all the lane changes all by itself.
Just you and me.
Hmm. No, we got somebody else. 3. All right, we got somebody else in the room. So for anyone just joining, we're on our way to drop off a Chick-fil-A order. This channel is all about showing how Tesla FSD is kind of a preview of future autonomy and the future of autonomous food delivery. Right now, because FSD is a system that requires supervision, so it does require, you know, somebody to still drive, and that person's still responsible for any, you know, accidents, speeding tickets, anything like that. Back to 1.
Oh.
After this, we'll head back home, or you just take things only back home.
Anytime.
2? We're at 2. I don't know if that's you and me or. We're getting pretty close to the drop off for the Chick-fil-A order we got. Back to 1. I'm not sure how accurate it is.
Pretty accurate.
Sometimes I see it jump, and probably people tuning in and
Too dark.
you can still see it.
Too dark.
Still a little jittery. Not that smooth. Two? Okay, we're getting close to the drop off for the Chick-fil-A. Okay, just make sure I got curbside. So this is an order that FSD would have dropped off on its own. No gated community. So okay. Okay, slowly proceed. Sorry guys, sometimes the internet can be not so great in this area. So very dark.
It's really dark. Oh, this one.
One more offer before we call it the end of the shift. Lots of shop and pay orders, but I don't want to do those because otherwise those take a long time and won't be too interesting for you guys. So far today we've driven 53 miles for this delivery shift, used about 10.6 kilowatt hours. I think some people are curious, how long would it take to recharge the car? Not very long at all, actually. Maybe an hour and a half. I mean, if you had a 48 amp, on 240, probably just like maybe even 1 hour, so Model 3 rear-wheel drive, super efficient, 199 watt hours per mile, or 5 miles per kilowatt hour.
That's not
Sorry guys, we're just having bad connection in this area. We're headed towards a Capriati sandwich pickup. Probably be the last one for tonight. Oh, we got 5 people. All right. Looks like we got a few people joining us. So we're just headed towards a Capriati sandwich for pickup. Oh, and I just lost people. I was up to 5 for a second. I don't know. That's why I think there's a delay or something. If anyone that's watching, let me know if the stream is really glitchy or if it's still watchable. I know the internet in this area is not too good, but nothing we can do just because we've got to complete the pickup. How much is Capriati's paying?
$8 or $7.50
For how long?
3 miles.
All right, so this one's paying $7 and change to go 3 miles. So pretty good dollars to miles ratio. And I believe it's a house. It's a house. So I know it's dark, but you can see with FSD you don't have to hang on to the steering wheel. It does all the steering, acceleration, braking, all on its own. So that you saw that guy kind of just cut across to get into the left-hand turn lane. FSD didn't flinch at all. There was no hard braking, anything. Stayed really calm. You know, just carried on. So Capriati's is just going to be up ahead. That's where we're going to be picking up. If you guys have any questions about FSD, do let me know in the chat. Or if you have any questions about DoorDash or Uber Eats, happy to answer any questions. My goal here is to give you guys, I guess, honest feedback about Tesla FSD, kind of show you real world, no editing, you know, real world examples of it in action. And then for me to narrate, you know, what's difficult to come across on video, right? Like you can't tell, like even brake stabbing, that's not, you won't be able to see that in a video. I think that's been one of the regrets. Okay, so we're just arriving at the shopping mall plaza where the sandwich shop is at. And I think this is what's most impressive is the parking lot maneuvering. So I don't know if you guys can see. So we got a car coming, does a good job, just moving over. Okay, Capriati's going to be here to the left. And then we'll see which parking stall it takes. Okay, it's deciding. So that's a process to get this picked up. So, go ahead. So, why did you intervene? So I'm going to say navigation. It totally just stopped in the middle of the road there, which I'm going to say is not acceptable, right? You can't just park in the middle of the road. I haven't seen FSD do that in a long time, so that's pretty strange. Like where it just stops in the middle of the road. So back there, FSD just couldn't decide on which parking stall. Usually it'll park in some stall, you know. But back there, it just stopped. Just stopped in the middle of the road. Okay, she's coming back with the order, so we'll be back on the road here. I'm just going to cover the screen just because I don't want to open the trunk for her. And subscribe for future videos and live streams. Okay, we're back. Okay, hit the top. Hit the top. No, let me do it. Can I show you an easier way? All right, we got 7 people watching. Thank you guys for all tuning in. So earlier there, FSD had a parking fail. It just totally stopped in the middle of the main road. We got a car coming. I would say it should still be able to go, but it's going to wait until it has a clear shot to cross all 3 lanes of traffic, because I think we're turning... No, this one we're just going straight. So it was a bit conservative there, I would say. Okay, a little bit hard brakes there. Just kind of stabbed it to get it to a complete stop there. Got 4 people, all right. This is my first live stream, so bear with us. We got a little bit of technical difficulty.
Mine is 2.
Hmm?
2 watching.
Mine says 3.
Oh, now it's 3.
Okay. Let me know, guys, is the stream clear or is it real glitchy? Looks pretty smooth on my end, as I'm watching the stream myself here. Now we're back to 1. Okay, making a left turn here. We got the green arrow. Okay, good job. Nice smooth left turn. Okay. That's one thing I've noticed in 14.3.2 is sometimes it's indecisive with lane selection mid-turn. Like, it want to do the right thing, make sure it gets, into, if it's on the far left, turn into lane number 1, far left. If it's in the right hand left turn lane, then it's indecisive whether it should get into the middle or the far right lane if there's 3 lanes. Okay, changing lanes. Okay, so it's just kind of the last couple feet. It's just brakes a little bit harder than the previous version, in my opinion. So good right turn on red. We're just dropping off the capriotti sandwich order. We should probably be able to go after this Mercedes SUV. Very good. So very dark, even for me to see. We got a stop sign here.
Can I take one more check?
Okay, sure. Okay, just make sure I got curbside selected. So I mean, 99% of the time FSD does a great job from point A to point B. Kind of parking is the last frontier for it, to last hurdle. What? Okay, this one? Okay.
I think that's why he has some problem
Okay.
to figure it out.
Okay. I'll let you go drop it off. Jack in the Box? Which one? Rainbow?
Yes.
So we just took him one more. It's going to be a Jack in the Box. Okay, she's coming back. We had up to 7 viewers, then we lost them because we got bad reception.
Oh no. Really? Is this bad?
I don't know, maybe they'll be back. Okay, so it's doing a 3-point turn to get out of the neighborhood here. Very good job. Okay, we're back to 2 viewers. Thank you guys for sticking with us. I know we've got some technical difficulties, kinks to work out. Right now we're headed to a Jack in the Box. Pick up an order. So you'll see the visualization here. We got to make a left. All right, good job. These unprotected lefts, I mean, that's where FSD is really impressive. I mean, some of these are even tricky for me as a human driver. So, and the fact it does it with so much confidence and it does it so confidently is really impressive. See, it went from 6 to 1. I don't know why it jumps. I guess people tune in, they jump out. I'm not sure.
This one is like 3.5 miles, but 850.
Okay.
That's why I take it.
I'll go past it. I need Washishi.
You go? So only 2 items.
Okay, it's okay.
Cheeseburger and the fries.
Okay. All right, we're back to 3. So right now we're headed to Jack in the Box. This one's paying. Yeah, that means it's. Oh, it's like. Okay. Okay, so it's going to need to make a right at this light. There's a car that's in the blind spot. I think that also wants to turn right. We got a guy coming out here. All right, very tricky. All right, let's see if it. Okay, very good job getting over. But that's kind of the issue, that sometimes FSD waits way too long to get over. It needs to set itself up for success rather than waiting, to the very last minute to get in the correct lane. Okay, Jack in the Box is going to be here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Went past. Okay, it's going to make a right. It likes to do a bunch of rights, I guess, rather than lefts. So. I'll pick this one up.
Oh, we were at 155.
We're Taiwan 55?
Yeah.
Like just $1.55?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, let's see which spot it chooses. All right, finally up front. Very good. Maybe it's listening to me in my criticism. Okay, we'll get this order picked up. I'll go get this one. Okay. Let me... Oh, everybody left.
You see? You send it?
No, I'll do it. Let me do it. Okay, here. It's okay, here. It's okay. Oh, okay, we got 4 folks. Okay, we're headed to... We just picked up the Jack-in-the-Box. We're headed to go drop that off. I just got the screen covered just so we don't show the customer's address. So you see the car does the backing up. Very good. Okay, a little bit of a brake stab there. Okay, sorry there, we should be reconnecting here. This area is terrible for the reception. should be able to go after this X.
No internet. Yeah. I cannot complete it.
Just get moving. Seatbelt on. So fortunately, we got bad reception. So we just completed that Jack in the Box. That was a pretty good one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just headed towards the McDonald's. Just see if we... Tonight was pretty good. I would say... I don't know what the grand total... What happened?
Nothing.
So right now we're just maybe looking for one more order before we call it here. I know we've said it a few times, but we're in a good area for orders, so maybe we get one more. I don't know. But I know this time, it's not ideal for a live stream just because you can't really see the steering wheel very well. Hard to see. But I'm not touching the pedals or the steering at all. FSD is doing all of the driving. I'm pretty much just supervising. Back there, it kind of... I don't know if it's going to make a U-turn. Oh, wait, which one is it? Is it the one on Blue Diamond or...
Blue Diamond.
Huh?
No.
Rainbow?
Rainbow.
Okay, sorry, I have to take over just because I went to the wrong one. Navigate to Cafe Zupa on Rainbow. Navigate to Cafe Zupa on Rainbow. So we just picked up a Cafe Zupa order. Tell me about it.
$10 for 4.8 miles.
$10 for 4.8 miles. Okay, pretty good one. Are you getting hungry?
Not yet.
Okay, just want to check in with you. I'm good too, so I'm fine continuing here. Too bad our internet's bad. Otherwise, we would have a good live stream. But what it is? 6 people? Wow. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. I'm sorry if the internet's cutting in and out. Just the reception in the area.
I see 3.
I'll try and get the Starlink going again. Since it's mid-month, it won't be too expensive. So,
Hmm?
since it's mid-month, it won't be too expensive. Because you only pay for half the month if we open it tomorrow.
$40.
Something like that. Oh, maybe a little more. 60.
Really?
They just
Raise
increased the
price?
price for unlimited from 165 to 175.
What?
But because today's the 17th, there's only a couple more days left in the month.
16.
So right now we're headed to Cafe Zupa. This one's a good dollars to miles ratio, so this one made sense. Got 4 folks in the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Got a nice Model Y here. Very cool. Okay, so we got a car pulling out. FSD very good with the speed control. It doesn't, slam on the brakes or anything. Come to a gradual stop. That Model 3 made a pretty wide U-turn there, causing us to slow down. Tailgating, I notice, is a lot better. Doesn't follow us closely in 14.3.2. That's one of the improvements I'm happy about. Just because there's a lot of road construction in this area, I hate when it gets really close to the car in front, just because you can get rock chips, damage to the glass, which I hate. Okay, there was a manhole cover there that was raised because of the road work. Didn't do any avoidance maneuver. Nobody's said anything in the last.
Mm-hmm. Me?
Say something. Hello, yes, hello. Actually, it's pretty smooth now. Maybe it's just people not interested. It's late. I guess people are. Okay, we're arriving at Cafe Zupa. A little bit of a late right hand turn there. Yeah, that's something FSD could do better. Getting into the right lane earlier, just so it's not like so last second. Okay, maneuvering through the parking lot. Okay, no, that's not going to be a good. Say navigation. Look, it's so far from the restaurant. Like, why are you parking so far away? At least attempt to look for a parking space closer to the restaurant. Why? Right here. There's a pickup. This is Upas, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. 2. I don't know if that's you. Probably. So she's just getting that Cafe Zupa order picked up. Sometimes Zupa can be a long wait. So not always my favorite place. For guys just tuning in, we're waiting for my wife to pick up the Cafe Zupa order. She's coming back with the order, so we should get rolling here in a second. Okay.
I sent it.
I didn't get it yet.
I sent it now.
Oh, okay. We got 4 people. Thank you for folks just tuning in. I'm just going to cover it just so you don't see the customer's address. This is backing up all on its own. So it maneuvers on its own through the parking lot. So right now we're headed to drop off the Cafe Zupa order. How far are we?
1.7 miles.
Just 1.7. So okay, right there at the stopping for the stop sign, just kind of hard brakes again, last couple feet. That's something that needs to be improved upon. We'd probably have
No, not good.
Again, it does this like hard brakes at the last couple of feet. Do you notice that?
Mm.
So, I mean, biggest takeaway from 14.3.2 is kind of the hard brakes at the last couple feet. And it's not just this car. I've noticed it driving the Model Y Standard. It also did it. Okay, we are getting close to the drop-off. Let me just make sure I have curbside selected. Yep. So a little tight squeeze, got an oncoming vehicle. Very good job. So we're dropping off the Cafe Zupa's order. Just got the screen covered until we reached the drop-off. To reverse, no, it will. Yeah, that's a bit aggressive. It's a bit aggressive. See if we get any more. Saturday evening, so usually it's one of the busy days for Uber Eats and DoorDash. But right now we just have Uber Eats open. I'm just repeating what I'm saying, just tuning in here. Again, the hard brakes, last foot of the stop. Seems to be a thing with 14.3.2. So with FSD, newer does not always mean better, you know. Sometimes it's one step forward, one step back. But, you know, all part of software development, right?
Okay, so far tonight right now is 48.16.
Okay. So I made 40 and okay, pretty good.
I still
Huh?
have 3 more teams coming in.
Okay. Oh, okay. So,
That's far.
okay, hard brakes again, last foot. I don't know what's with it. Okay, good job. This is a very busy road, Blue Diamond Road, for anyone familiar with the area. We'll go up to that hot spot just ahead. If we don't get any orders, we'll probably just call it here. I'd say it's a pretty productive evening, so can't complain. Hmm?
No, that's too dangerous. I got the McDonald's.
You did?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I don't want. That's too dangerous to go.
So this lane is going to end. We're going to have to merge to the left here. See, this is where FSD could just do it a lot earlier. Like, why wait to the very last second? Mm-hmm.
Bicycle shopping. No.
Don't want anything from McDonald's?
No. You wanna wait? Just wait at McDonald's for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
If not, then just.
Okay, so we're headed to a McDonald's. If we don't get an order in the next 2 minutes, we'll probably just call the end of the shift and call it an evening. Again, thank you all for tuning in. If you're enjoying the content, please give this live stream a like and subscribe for more videos and live streams.
I believe that is a house. Should I take it?
So we're just at Taco Bell, trying to see if we
I
can
think
maybe
it's a
get
house.
one more.
Yeah, I got it. Taco Bell.
All right, perfect.
Oh,
So we'll see where it parks.
oh, that's right.
And it parked in the handicap stall. So that's going to be a parking fail. Okay. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and I'll just get us reparked here. So 14.2.2.5 did a good job of not parking in the handicap stalls, and then now we're back to parking in handicap stalls. So I'm not sure why we've gone backwards as far as parking in this latest version. So my wife's just getting the order picked up. I'm just going to move a little bit closer for her. But if you guys missed it, it just parked in the handicap stall, which I was just talking about. Definitely a regression from prior versions. How's the audio, guys? Can you guys hear me? Or I don't know if But if you guys missed it, okay, sorry, I was just checking with my other phone, making sure the audio is good. So we're just waiting for the Taco Bell order. Should just be a few minutes and we'll be back on the road. But what this channel is about is just showing Tesla FSD, which is a driver's assistance hands-free system. So it does all the steering, throttle, braking, using the navigational data to find its way. Sorry guys for the wait. Just picking up the order, so. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free. Happy to answer any questions about Tesla, FSD. Sorry guys for the wait. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free. Happy to answer any questions about Tesla, FSD. A lot of people talk about tailgating in 14, it has tailgating improved. I feel like it's slightly improved. It doesn't, tailgate as much. A good job getting over because this lane is closed up ahead. Very good. So, biggest takeaway. Oh, okay. Sorry, we got a question here. Tell people how much you have to pay for auto insurance in Vegas if you own a Tesla. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Insurance is pricier with a Tesla versus other EVs. So I do have some other EVs. I have a Rivian Ioniq 5. So it's in a bundled car pack. I think to add on this car was 150, but both of us have really good driving history, no accidents, no speeding tickets or anything like that. So it's not, anything too crazy for us, but I have heard, when I first got the car and got a quote for Tesla insurance, it was pretty pricey, like two something extra a month. So yes, auto insurance with a Tesla is definitely more than, say, a comparable compact sedan. But of course, everyone's auto insurance is going to vary based on age, driving record. But yeah, no doubt, I think it's pretty safe to say auto insurance with a Tesla is more expensive than, say, an Elantra or Accord. So I just got quoted $266 a month for a 2023. Yep, that's kind of what I've been seeing too. So thankfully I got it part of my bundle and it wasn't, too crazy. But yeah, was that through Tesla insurance or was that through like Progressive or one of those traditional auto insurance carriers? I'd be curious. And then we're just headed to drop off the Taco Bell order. How far is it?
3 miles.
3 miles, okay. And the pay for this one, do you remember?
7.
7, okay. $7.50, okay, so hitting that $2 a mile, which we're always trying to shoot for. So $2 a mile, what we're trying to say is basically when you take the pay divided by the miles, you generally want to shoot for at least $2 a mile. I mean, you're not going to always get it. Slower days, maybe you have to accept something closer to $1.25, $1.50, but on evenings like this, trying to shoot for at least $2 through Allstate. Okay. Did you end up not getting the Tesla because of the auto insurance, or did you just bite the bullet and I'm guessing, was that higher than a similar car that you had before? And for anyone considering, buying a Tesla to do gig work, I mean, yeah, you really have to consider all that. I'm not saying that, it's going to make sense for everyone, because sometimes when you add everything up, like take the gas savings, but the higher insurance, it's a wash at the end of the day. Maybe you're not really doing any better with an EV or. Generally, I think for folks that, are doing gig work for, almost full time or, near full time, I think something like a Prius kind of makes sense. Because I know not everyone's going to be lucky enough to have their own place where they have home charging. And that's kind of the big, make or break. If you have home charging, sure, yeah, EVs make sense. But if you don't, I don't recommend supercharging every day. I just think even with the availabilities of superchargers, I think it's expensive, and it's the time cost, right? If you're having to take time out of your shift to go charge, and that's time is money. I paid $166 a month for a 2025 Honda CR-V hybrid. Okay, so yeah, that's $100. Sounds like more, and that's $50 more every 60 months than my Model 3 2026. Okay, so I see you're answering. Yeah, so like I said, I mean, everyone's auto insurance pricing is going to differ based on, where you're at, right? If you're in a big city, it's going to cost more than if you're in a rural area, and driving record, and how many other cars you have, the age of, if you have teen drivers or younger adults, that's definitely going to play a factor. 6 months, okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, so yeah, but I mean, across the board, generally, I hear that insurance is more for a Tesla than a comparable, say Honda or Toyota. So that sounds about right with what I'm hearing. And from what I understand, it's because of the higher repair costs, right? So for Tesla, their total, called total losses more often. But I don't know. I'm not an insurance expert, so I don't want to say anything wrong. But from what I understand, yes, it is more expensive to fix, especially if there's major crash damage, right? More often than not, there. So good job with this left here. This road here, Blue Diamond Road,